What's up, everybody? This is your Garcia, and this is a beautiful day. And today I will be updating all of you on the stimulus check, the EIDL, the PPP, and employment, plus some bonus stuff. Let's get to it. Real quick, just want to say, look at this thing. This is a quarantine beard. I only started to grow it. It was shaved. I only started to grow it once we went on lockdown or quarantine. Yes, real estate is an essential business, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to watch the timeline beard style. Let me know what you guys think. Drop it in the comments below. All right, so first things first, the CARES Act unemployment. Now there's something that was in there called the PUA. And what that is, the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program. And what that was usually, and in North Carolina, they don't give unemployment to the self-employed. All right, but this allows the state to open up the unemployment for the people who own their own business. Okay, so we know that the Fed is going to drop that $600 kind of boost to the states for unemployment, which will be attached to the state's unemployment. And there probably will be some challenges with this because the states haven't been set up to do this. So, you know, if you went into that PUA part of the bill, you start to know that it's probably going to take a little while for you to actually get that unemployment, only because they have to put things in place. Because if we've noticed anything, it is that we've been kind of promised some things that we would get money in a certain amount of time and really haven't necessarily seen it. So in that amount of time that they promised, because this is a very large undertaking that I don't know if the states, the SBA, and others were truly prepared. So they have to add new systems. I know my loan officer wants to choke me. One of my main loan officers, they are just inundated with applications. So I think you're going to see this as well with this part of the bill for the unemployment for self-employed. I will say though, real quick on that, haven't seen anything in North Carolina just yet. Obviously we do business real estate in North Carolina, although we do business all over the nation. Really haven't seen it here in North Carolina yet. Now I'm going to touch on the PPP. Yes, I know you guys are tired of hearing me say the PPP, but I have to give you guys some updates real quick. Is a forgivable loan, which is one of the reasons that a lot of people jumped on and said, hey, this is free money. Hey, you should jump on now. Heck, I even got caught up into that as well. And we jumped in. And knowing how many people jumped in, by the way, 178,000 applicants in the first few days on this loan is probably why it's backed up so much. You know, you're going to hear a lot of people say that it was 3 days. It was 3 days we should have got it from application to get it. But the bill says, let me read it right here too, because I think this is important. It says once the administrator gets the application. All right, so it's not once you send an application you get the money 3 days afterward. It's only when the administrator gets the application. So there's a big difference there. It might take weeks for the administrator to get it. We don't really know that time. So this is one of these things, right? That emoji that does this. That's where we're back at. You know, the money's still looking to come. Well, who knows when the administrator gets it? And again, they're being inundated right now in more systems and stuff that they have to build out to make sure that this is run efficiently. The SBA is saying one thing, the bill's saying the other. It's getting kind of crazy. They're also saying the program will run up to June 30th. Don't think it'll be running until June 30th. Probably will be completely exhausted by next week. Look how many applicants and how many people are jumping into this thing. And remember, that's $349 billion put towards this bill. So, and it's probably going to be exhausted faster than we all think. It definitely won't run until June 30th. But the Treasury and the Fed is already talking about a $250 billion plus onto the $349 billion that they've already allocated, because we know this money's going to run out. We already know it is. So there's another update. The $250 billion, the Treasury and everyone's already talking about it, wants to put it into effect because we got to get the money down to every single one of you guys who need the money right now, who are really hurting. And you better believe, again, my bank person, the person who has really helped me out. By the way, if you don't have and I said this in my last video, if you don't have a killer CPA and a great bank person, you're missing out, man. You're missing out. them working together for this PPP and everything else that's going to be coming down the pipeline is going to be make this system, make this process easier for you and easier for the administrator on the other side. And they've been great. So I know that my bank person is pretty much sick of me, but she really helped me out throughout this whole process. And one thing that helped me out is you guys slamming that like button, punching that like button, boom, dropping the elbow on that like button. Really helps out the algorithm and everything else with YouTube. So drop it, hit it, like it. Thank you. Okay, now here's something else. I really want to make this personal with you because I screwed up. Yes, I know clarity. Yes, I know transparency, and I'm feeling kind of scared to even tell you guys this. If this is an application for a loan, will they check your credit? Yes, they will. Can almost guarantee it. Well, I was watching a few videos on YouTube, and a few people have been skipped over because they froze their credit. Guess who else froze their credit? I don't know. Fingers pointing. This guy. This guy always frozen his credit just to protect myself. I'll lift it in times of getting a loan for a few days, whatever the bank people need to have or the loan officer needs to have, how many days they need to process that loan or run my credit. Here's the deal. I was only able to lift it through one. It's TransUnion and Experian right now that I'm having trouble with because of everything going on. They have reduced their hours and people aren't working on the weekends and limited throughout the weekdays. I've not been able to get them on the phone because I'm having challenges with lifting it through those two services. So if you guys have, like me, have frozen your credit reports, have frozen your credit, lift the freeze. Lift the freeze. There's a certain amount of time you have to lift that freeze because they have to look at it and they have to make sure you're in good standing, I reckon, or they're just going to run down and check, make sure there's no errors on the credits. This guy has errors on the credit, so I don't want to be skipped. So Monday I'm going to be giving a call, making sure that things lifted for the time being. So for you guys, what does that look like? You know, be prepared for that. I don't want to mess that up again, all right? And another thing that's coming down the pipeline. All right, new thing, the SBA Express Bridge Loan. Don't know much about it. Almost going to just read it right off to you. But what it looks like is that, you know, we were kind of promised that 3-day thing that you heard circulating. A lot of people didn't get it. We needed that express money. Obviously, it's backed up a little bit. So the SBA has pushed out a new thing called the SBA Express Bridge Loan, right? And so what they're going to do is give you some money while you wait on the money. I'm not going to really move forward with this one. I'll leave a link below in the description, so check it out if that's something you want to move forward with. But basically, I'm just going to read it off real quick. It says, Express Bridge Loan Pilot Program allows small businesses that currently have a business relationship with the SBA Express lender to access up to $25,000 quickly. And then it goes into some of the things on how to do that. Some of the terms are up to $25,000. It says there's a fast turnaround. And it also says it will be repaid in full or in part by proceeds from the EIDL loan. So, you know, just wanted to give you guys an update on that. That's coming down the pipeline and is available. I won't be moving forward with it, but maybe it fits what you're looking for down in the description below. All right, now the EIDL. Let's do a quick update. Now, remember, funded for $10 billion. There's that $10,000 forgivable advance that we were all looking forward to, that we all applied for almost ASAP. And we're hearing that there's some tweets and there's some reports that people are getting their $1,000 to $10,000 from this. So it's cool. It's good news, right? It's actually working. Maybe not as fast as we all thought. I think expectations will set up frustrations, and I think the expectation is that we were going to get it quickly, and we didn't. So frustration kind of came into our world, and again, they have to build all the processes and everything. But it's good news, right? Some people are getting it, and just want to give you an update on that. Remember, lift your credit freeze if it's frozen and you applied. Okay, all right, so moving on. An indicator that you might, here's a cool thing. So if you do want to check and know that you might be one of the next in line to get this $1,000 to $10,000, which is what the SBA was saying, check your credit report. See if the SBA tried to pull a credit report on you. If so, you might be getting the money coming in the next few days. If you do, just put one of those praise emojis in the comments below. I would love to know, because I think that's cool, right? That's another win. Okay, so if you are like me and you did have it frozen, one of the things that when I was looking up is do not turn in another application. Do not turn in another application, because what it does is it goes into the queue and then it gets assigned to a loan officer. All right. Now imagine you have 2 applications get assigned to 2 loan officers. Can you see how it delays the process? So don't put in another application. That's just going to delay the process. Wait for an email. You're going to get an email from the SBA, and then, you know, obviously move forward with that when you are assigned with that loan officer. What I'm reading, and I'm just updating on what I'm finding out, what I'm reading is that, you know, you're only going to complicate and delay the process if you try to submit another application. Keep the one application, keep everything lifted, and like this guy, if they've already pulled it, then I'm going to have to fall back in line. If you guys applied yesterday or 2 days ago, then I'm behind you guys now, but I didn't even think about that. Anyways, check your credit. Maybe they've already came around and pulled your credit, and you could be getting the money in a few days. So that's really good news. So now this is the update on the stimulus check. Good news, we got ours. So and I'm starting to hear a lot of people on, you know, they're just throwing on social media that they got theirs as well. So it's good. This is a good update. You guys are getting updated that people are actually getting money from all this. So the link below, just to throw it out there, it is not for anyone who has filed their 2018 to 2019 taxes, okay? This is for the ones who don't have 2018 or 2019 tax obligations. Check the link below, fill it out, get your stimulus check. Now, here's another little update. The Treasury has come out with a Get My Payment web app, okay? And what that is, and I'm just going to read it real quick. There's a press release, by the way, link below. It says, this will allow taxpayers who have filed their tax returns in 2018 and 2019, but did not provide their bank information on their return to submit for direct deposit information. If you're one of those people, you know, remember in one of my last videos, I was like, that's, you know, make sure that this is right, so you can get your stimulus check fast on my Get Your Stimulus Check Fast video. Now, here's a way that if you didn't do that, here's a way that you can get it fast. You don't have to wait for the paper check. Here's a few things that they're going to be looking for, though, right? Apply your social security number, date of birth, mailing address. Now, here's where it gets a little complicated, maybe. Go to your adjusted gross information on your tax return, 2019 and 2018. Find that number. Then it says the refund or the amount owed from their latest filed tax return. Got to get that as well. And then the bank account type, account, and routing numbers, so that way they can get it to you fast. Cool link. Remember, again, the last video I was like, oh my gosh, make sure all this is right, and if you didn't, you're not going to get it fast. Well, they're going to make sure you get it fast here, so I think that's pretty cool. All right, guys, so that's a very quick update, but remember, there are still a lot of maybes, who knows, possiblies that are coming down the pipeline, and as soon as I get that information, I'm going to throw it out there so you guys stay informed. Do me a favor, if you like this video, if you got some information from this video, if it helped you, your family, your business in any way, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, drop a comment, something funny, I don't care what it is, share this with your people for anybody that you think may need it, and until then, adios.